beautiful Leos, and welcome to your horoscope for June of 2022. Where, Leo, let me just tell you something. This is our second attempt at this video. I just want to say that now every year, without fail, I do the June videos, which leave us coming to Cancer season just before Leo season. The Leo videos or the Leo horoscopes, even if I'm writing them, start to act up a bit. So I'm not saying that Leo, you're doing the most, trying to get Leo season to come through a little sooner. But every year I get to June and the Leo stuff isn't having it. So this year has been no different, and it's not Leo season just yet, but we are getting there. All right, Leos, let's talk about what is going on this month. We're going to take some rest. You're going to have some rest before your season comes in. Get that good sleep, get that Leo mane taken care of so you can be ready to go to trudge through when Leo season does hit, all right? Now, this month, Leo, we are also going to see two lunations. So we've got a full moon and a new moon, and they are both squaring planets that I think are going to cause a little bit of trouble. So we're going to talk about that and the best way to use them, because there's a workaround. There's always a workaround. We're also going to see Mercury coming out of retrograde and Saturn and Neptune stepping into retrograde. So let's see what all of that equates to for Leo. Now, right at the beginning of the month on the 3rd, we're going to see Mercury stepping out of its retrograde in the energy of Taurus. Now, remember, Leo, this is nothing new. We're looking at something that was already here before. So anything that has been previously stimulated in this Taurus energy that you were trying to start, and this is your 10th house. So think your career, your title, what we know you as in public, something you're trying to achieve, okay? Was there something in this last, think back to April, okay? Is there something you were trying to achieve at work or in your title or getting a divorce or getting married, and it seemed like it was delayed or you had given up on it? You thought, oh, I enrolled in this whatever and I'm never going to get in. Now, as Mercury is coming direct in this energy of Taurus, you may be hearing information that, in fact, you did get that job, you did get in. This is the promotion that you're going to be able to put your name in the hat for. Whatever it is, it's looking like it's nothing new. You've already seen it. It's already been here between 26 degrees of Taurus and 4 degrees of Gemini. And now you're getting some information that is new that you can make new decisions with, or you're getting a new perspective. So enjoy that, okay? As we get to the 4th, we're going to see Saturn stepping into its retrograde at 25 degrees of Aquarius, so right across the street in that 7th house space. Now, Saturn has been working in Aquarius, starting to firm up, get you more serious about the one-on-one relationships in your life or the significant relationships in your life. Now, Saturn is not always acting as this big bully and coming and making life hard. Sometimes Saturn is actually working in your favor to level you up, so that you bring the next level of relationships into your life as well. Are you trying to move up in your career? Well, this will bring significant relationships to the table. Is there something been going on in your one-on-one relationships, whether that is a domestic partnership, a business partnership, you with you? You know, when we level up, we have to come to terms and come to peace with ourselves. So as Saturn steps into this retrograde in this area, you've already been working on this. So between 25 degrees and 18 degrees of Aquarius is where we are going to see Saturn take this retrograde until October 22nd. As Saturn is in this retrograde, you may find that you feel like it's not as heavy. Your relationships are not as heavy. Instead, you're going back over them, and you'll be able to think about it like you go into a lesson at first and it is just a hot mess. You're like, I did not get that. That just did not go well. I felt terrible about it. I didn't look good doing. And as Saturn retrogrades and you get to go back over it, you're acquiring the skill, the practice, the technique, the understanding, the leveling up. So during the Saturn retrograde, look at what you've already been shown in your relationships and then do the cleanup or re-techniquing application at that time, okay? On the 13th, we're going to see Mercury stepping back into the energy of Gemini. Now, this is exciting because it means that Mercury is moving forward. So sign your contracts, do whatever you need to do, but keep in mind, this is still around old things. You've already seen it. You've already been here with this information. information. Now, this is your 11th house. Friends, organizations, groupings, anything you want to be known for, maybe passive income resources that you have coming to you, right? Because we can sometimes see that in business as well, coming through the lens of the 11th house. Social media. Now, we need Mercury to get to 4 degrees of Gemini, which it will hit on June 18th, and then we are solidly in the territory of new information. Right now, you're still getting new information, new perspective over still some more of that old content that had already presented itself to you here. Now, on the 14th, this is a day I would really like you to take note of, okay? We're going to have a full moon in the energy of Sagittarius at 23 degrees. Now, that is beautiful because the full moon says, okay, let's end something, acknowledge something, or make an adjustment. We're going to course correct, or we're going to release what doesn't need to be here anymore so that we can move forward in the best energetic path possible. That is phenomenal. This lights up your 5th house space, so children, joy, self-expression, play. Jupiter is in the energy of Aries right now, fellow fire energy, okay? You being bold, making a bold statement this month, stepping up, being like, I'm going to own this stage, I'm going to own this information, let me go get it. That is a fire that is absolutely at your back, whether it's about teaching, traveling, expansion, something with the law, getting out there in some way. That's a really nice fire you have at your back. But this particular moon is also square to Neptune, who is slowed down, getting ready for that retrograde coming in just a couple days. Now, why I think that this is challenging is because it's letting me know that some piece of information, there's a joint resource, there's a joint connection, and I think, Leo, that this can come down to a joint connection with you, like you lost your way a little bit, or you forgot, or maybe hadn't even ever uncovered a piece of yourself that is very valuable right now, that is alive and awake and ready to be bold and ready to go out into the world and ready to see what you have to offer. And it's almost like, oh my gosh, I forgot that this piece of me, I forgot that it existed. I forgot that I had access to it. But also, I think that piece is revealed to you on the back of realizing you don't have all of the information from another resource. A person, place, or thing is not giving you the full truth, which doesn't mean it's an absolute lie, but it means that something is misaligned with the direction you're trying to go. And almost by having to see that or have that be in square to where you are trying to go, this is what makes you access this other piece of you that you hadn't been using before that is very, very valuable. Please let me know how that manifests out for you in the comment section down below. Now, on the 21st, we've got the sun moving into Cancer. It's Cancer season, okay? So it's going to light up your 12th house space, bringing light, heat, life, and vitality to the space of rest, respite, rejuvenation, where you want to take an opportunity to nurture yourself well in very fertile soil before your annual season comes around. So make sure you're getting back to your spiritual practice. Take care of finishing any projects that need to be finished. If you're working on something behind the scenes, you should have more than enough energy to do that quietly. Look at where do you need to be prepared in this next year to take on more responsibility for maybe something that was behind the scenes as well. But mostly, Leo, please make sure that you're giving yourself that nurturing, delicious energy to rest. On the 22nd, we see Venus moving into the energy of Gemini. Now, Venus is ready to go. And when Venus comes into Gemini, it's an attracting energy. It's pulling in, right? So just attract. It's in the 11th house. Friends, social grouping, social media, organizations, all of these places, maybe someplace you want to be seen or you want to shine. It is a deliciously bold month for you. So allow Venus to attract information into you. Attract friends, attract conversation. Allow Venus to touch your lips and touch your words and let what's coming out of your mouth be like milk and honey. to the ears of people who need to receive it. It's an absolutely lovable, sociable energy. So enjoy it. Now, Venus is still Venus, so absolutely. You could have somebody from a social group or somebody who is a friend, and there's a love link there, or there's like a love connection, or it's like lovers become friends, friends become lovers, that kind of thing. That is very much so possible when Venus is in the mix as well as making a little bit of money from a more social event than you were maybe before. Okay, when we get to the 28th, little bit of a busy day. First of all, we've got Neptune stepping into its retrograde at 25 degrees of Pisces, and we're going to see Neptune staying in retrograde all the way till December. It will end the full retrograde period in March. Now, when Neptune goes retrograde, we lose some of the access to fantasy and the in-between the worlds that we need as humans. We can't just always be in reality. So we lose some of that access, and reality becomes reality. It's like, boom, it's right here. So in the space of intimacy, sex, your reproductive organs, your study habits, your hurts, your traumas, taking responsibility with other people, things around your partners or partnerships, and this includes collaborations, it's going to get very, very real. It's like you cannot be trying to manifest a different situation, a different vibration, healing, if you're not really very clear on where the break or where the wound is at or where the work is. So with Neptune retrograde, it can feel a bit disheartening. It really can. But the point is that you get clear on what is so that you can work from the truth. The truth will set you free. Okay, you have to create here in the reality as well as in the intangible space, so that when the intangible space and those ideals that are available over there are active again, you can really move towards living those out. Now, we're also going to have a new moon in the energy of Cancer at 7 degrees. Now, the new moon is where we're going to plant our seeds of intention to begin something new. And to begin what? It doesn't have to be an absolutely brand new thing. Maybe you're bringing a fresh perspective. Maybe you're saying, I'm willing to take on different behaviors or actions and attitudes that will lead me in the direction of my wellness, my spiritual fitness, bringing my spiritual gifts and cultivating them in public, or I'm working on them behind the scenes, caring for people in my life who are maybe elderly or they're babies or there's a special need to them in some way. Whatever it is, plant your seeds of intention here. Now, this particular moon is square that Jupiter in Aries, and I love that Jupiter's in Aries, but one of the things that can happen is you get this sense here, I am going to go big or I am going to go home. And I would tell you, do it. Absolutely do it. Go big, go home, but do not overpromise, because you'll absolutely end up under delivering. Try not to exaggerate information that is given to you or that you're giving out. Try not to stack so many things on your plate, because what this square gives us access to is a real availability for misjudgment of what we can actually do and take on. Going big and going home doesn't mean that you have to plan out the next 10 years of your life. It means, can you make some adjustments, new moon, right here in the next 30 days of your life? And that may make the biggest difference in anything that you experience. Do not underestimate 30 days of consistency in your life, in your work, and in your practices, that can be a bold move that allows you to know and remember and deliver what you are absolutely brilliantly, boldly built to do, okay? All right, my beautiful Leos, now listen. Leo season is coming around. I will be telling you happy birthday next month, but I did have to laugh with you that every year, every June, the Leo content starts to act up. I start to see all the posts on the internet talking about Leo season is coming, and I just want you to know that I know Leo season's coming, but let's do this one first, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I love you. Have a gorgeous month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.